Yo, guys, Hangover Gang, happy Tom's Day. Urb'n Barz brings you the best UK reactions to rap, hip hop, and urban music from all around the world. And right now, it seems like ain't a day goes by without our man Tom MacDonald being in the news. And this literally crept into my feed. I just turned on my PC, and today we've got the issue with Microsoft and with, is it crowdfund or crowd something going awry, and Microsoft being left high and dry. Lots of people had issues with Microsoft. I had issues with the new, what do you call it, video editor that I am using now that my PC crashed, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't use it because it wasn't online. Anyway, guys, let's forget about that. Let's get back to our man Tom MacDonald. And he has just said he was interviewed by a guy he calls one of the GOATs. That's Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan's from the UK. I think he used to edit The Sun. But he's famous the worldwide for interviewing people and asking the tough questions. And I have seen this interview. It's only 60 seconds long, so I'm not going to lie to you people. I ain't going to lie to you. So this one's called Am I Wrong? I did an interview with one of the GOATs, Piers Morgan. And literally, if you can see the headline here, Piers Morgan's asked if my song is racist. And I believe that we're talking about Tom MacDonald's last song he dropped on Sunday. And that was in response to what happened to Donald J. Trump, being shot. You missed. Thank goodness for that. But guys, let's listen to this, and I might chip in one or two words myself. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know.
Black rap community have come out and said, look, this is just blatant cultural appropriation racism, because you're accusing all their music that they produce of being about selling drugs, pushing guns, stripper poles. What do you say to that criticism?
I think that there's all types of rappers out there. There's black rappers and white rappers and Asian rappers and Indian rappers, all types of rappers. And I don't think that criticizing sort of the status quo of the genre or criticizing the prevalent content of the music, I don't agree that there's anything racist about that. Well,
Hold on. I interrupted. I'm sorry about it.
Over the last 10 to 15 years, there's been very prevalent themes in hip hop, objectifying women and glorifying violence. And hip hop likes to think of itself as quite a woke genre. None of those things seem to quite align with what the woke mob is standing up and being vocal against. I think it's a little bit hypocritical, but.
So we just want to do that again, people.
Rap community have come out and said, look, this is just blatant cultural appropriation racism, because you're accusing all their music that they produce of being about selling drugs, pushing guns, stripper poles. What do you say to that?
So first of all, I can't remember word for word the song that Tom dropped, so apologies on that. But I doubt very, very highly that Tom MacDonald meant that in general, or every single rap song that's produced by black artists is racist, misogynist, is just about women, this, that, and the third, all these terrible things that we're hearing. But let me tell you something. Now, every time or from time to time, you'll hear on me saying that I do not swear on my channel. And I've never told you the reason why I do not swear on my channel. Guys, trust me on this. I have raised a son. He's now in his teenage years. And when my son was born, remember I said to you, I didn't listen to music. So I'm not just talking about rap. I'm talking about music in general. When my son was born, I started to listen to music through the ears and see the videos and stuff through the eyes of a parent. And I didn't really like what I was seeing, people. Trust me on this. I was seeing very highly sexualized images of women singing. And those are the people like your Cardi B's, this, that, and everything else. Remember, I keep saying to people that I've never really seen Cardi B do her music. I've never seen, what's that other girl's name? I can't even remember her name. Cardi B, and there's the other one. I cannot remember her name. But it's things like that. I didn't really want my children to be exposed to this kind of stuff from such a young age. If they want to check it out later on when they're legally able to watch it, then fair enough, it's up to them. But I'm not going to be part of that problem. So what Tom MacDonald is saying, and there is quite a bit of truth there. It's not just a kernel of truth, there's a lot of truth in there, because this is the music that has been pushed into the wider sphere, the wider audience, people. Trust me on this. The music that's being pushed is the music of, not so much now because they're changing tact, but where we objectify women, where men say derogatory things about women, where they're calling each other this, that, and the third, where we are glorifying the drug culture, the money, the guap, the this, the that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. So what Tom MacDonald is saying is true, because I grew up at a time in hip hop, and I remember a time in hip hop before gangster rap, before that even actually it did exist, because we had people like Ice-T was still doing it on the West Coast on a low key, and we also had people like Schoolie D who was doing it in Philly way back in the days before 87, before 88 with gangster rap and with NWA gangster, this, that, and the third. But now, what Tom MacDonald is saying is predominantly the music that's pushed in the mainstream and that the majority of people will see. You know, the ones say, I don't like rap music. It's the music which is the gold chains, the Xanax, the drugs, the this, the things with women, this, that, and the third. And that's what Tom MacDonald's talking about, because that is so true. But what I can't say is over the last 10 years exactly what it is, because I stopped listening to music, because I saw it happening 10 years ago. So what it is now, I'm not so sure, because the music I'm listening to and reacting to nowadays is predominantly, I think it's quite good music, and I think there's a good heart behind it. I listen to people like Tom MacDonald, I listen to people like Name We, I listen to people like Vanda, I listen to so many other artists as well, and to me they don't fit the stereotype of what Tom MacDonald is saying. Do you know, the ones who are just throwing their jewelry, this, that, and the third, and treating women with disrespect and treating themselves with disrespect. But it is what it is. But there is a pocket and a place for everything, because I do listen to certain music, I do listen to certain elements of the drill music, etc., etc. But I don't think that is the type of music that I'm listening to which is as bad as what Tom MacDonald's saying. Yes, there are things that I see which I don't really agree with. I mean, I'm at an age where, really, am I really going to be running around shooting people? I don't think so, people. Am I really going to be running around jumping on women or doing things? And no, I don't think so, people. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But I have to admit, and I have to agree with Tom MacDonald, that the music, when I stopped listening to it, and it wasn't just hip hop, it was even pop music, it was your rock music, it was all sorts of music. There was a lot of stuff there that I just thought, this is not good for a child to be raised in this temperature. Not at all, people. Anyway, let me know in the comments section what you think. Maybe I'm talking a whole load of phony baloney, I don't know, people. But it is what it is, and I self-censor. So on my channel I do listen to music with lots of profanities, lots of swearing, lots of whatever, imagery as well. There is certain imagery in some of the music I listen to, not as much, thank goodness. But for me personally, I do not swear on my channel because I don't want to add to it, and it's just not something that I do. I will swear off camera if I'm playing PlayStation or something, but I won't do it in the presence of my children. I don't think that's fair, and I don't think any adult should be swearing in the presence of their children. I think that is disgusting to the max. Disgusting to the max. I never swore in front of my parents, and I ain't going to swear in front of my kids. Trust me on that, people. You can have arguments, you can have disagreements, but you don't need to... Nah, I'm not having it, people. But it is what it is. You're different, I'm different, but I'm just telling you, this is how I feel. So this third thing is saying Tom MacDonald is misappropriating the culture, and he's absolutely being racist to say that all black music is like that. I don't know, people. I don't know.
Guns, stripper poles. What do you say to that criticism?
I think that there's all types of rappers out there. There's black rappers and white rappers and Asian rappers and Indian rappers, all types of rappers. And I don't think that criticizing sort of the status quo of the genre or criticizing the prevalent content of the music, I don't agree that there's anything racist about that.
And what Tom MacDonald is saying is, and it's so true. So if the music that was being put out, say for instance the gangster rap, if you want to put it onto that gangster rap label, trap, drill, etc., if it wasn't making money, people wouldn't be drawn towards it. They wouldn't gravitate towards it. So one of the reasons why it is prevalent is because people are gravitating towards it because it's making money, or it seems to be the predominant thing in the genre. But that is because of the narrative being pushed behind. Because trust me, people, there's been music of all sorts in hip hop. Great music, great musicians, great lyricists. And there've always been great lyricists, great musicians in hip hop from day one. But the narrative is to push all this stuff about taking the drugs, this, that, and the third. Don't ask me why that's the narrative, but it is. So the more that's being pushed, it's the more you're going to see in front of the camera. I know for a fact, people, I can quote you verbatim, for a fact, that certain rappers have been told, okay, you're talking good stuff, blah, 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 but we want you to dress as a gangster, we want you to do this, this, and third, blah, blah, blah. So we want you to go against what your real image is, and we want you to rap about what you don't really want to rap about because that's going to sell money, and that's what they've been told. So they've been put in a dilemma to say, well, do we go down this route which isn't true to ourselves and make money, or do we stick to what we believe in and never get over that threshold and never get to be seen by the public? And it's so true. So people, I just got a couple of albums out here, so everyone knows who this is. Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted. What was this, about 1990, 1991? Delenchmore produced it. Fantastic album. This was really, really good, but it helped to push gangster rap, unfortunately. What a lot of people don't realise, so then we had people towards around 2000, late 90s actually, late 90s, Ras Kass. And who Ras Kass is the father of the Austin twins. And the Austin twins are the two of the four guys in Coast Contra. So why people look at them and say, these are lyrical giants. Look at their dad, Ras Kass. And he used to talk about good stuff. He wasn't into the nonsense that gangster rap, blah, 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 blah. He wasn't. That's Ras Kass. And then there's another group, Organised Confusion. You've got people like Pharaoh Munch on this. Another great group with the musical side of things and with the lyrical side of things as well. There's always been lyricists and decent hip hoppers, decent rappers, decent MCs in hip hop. But if they want to push one element, that's the element they're going to push. It makes money. And unfortunately, it's all about supply and demand. So if people are demanding this gangster rap stuff, or that's what we think or we're being told, then that's what they're going to supply. It's just like out in the streets with the drugs. If people want, I don't even know what the drugs are these days, Xanax, or I don't even know half the names of these drugs. Who knows what they're called? But the more the people want something, the more it's in demand, then the more it's going to be out there, and the higher the cost, and the higher the dealers are going to recoup this, that, and the third. But it is what it is, people. It is what it is. But to say that Tom MacDonald is racist, or what he said was racist, I do not agree.
Over the last 10 to 15 years, there's been very prevalent themes in hip hop, objectifying women and glorifying violence. And hip hop likes to think of itself as quite a woke genre.
And that's the funny thing, because I didn't listen to music for so long. So hip hop and woke, I never thought those two would go together, but apparently they do. Do they? I don't even know, people. But what is even woke? I don't know, people. Woke, political correctness, this, that, and the third, I have no idea. But all I know is that music is an art form, and music is a form that people should express themselves with. So long as you're not doing anything absolutely just crazy, then you should be allowed to express yourself in an art form. But again, it's all about censorship, and it's all about people putting their size 10s in where they probably shouldn't be. I don't know, people, because then you are really strangling yourself in your effort to produce an art form. Is it really 100% an art form these days? I don't know.
None of those things seem to quite align with what the woke mob is standing up and being vocal again. I think it's a little bit hypocritical, but
so that was interesting. So at the end of that, Tom MacDonald was saying it's a little bit hypocritical. So I just want to get your news and your viewpoints around this. So I didn't even know about this until just now. So apparently there's been a bit of a backlash against Tom MacDonald. A lot of people are saying that he's racist for this. But can anyone give me some names? I want to know some names in hip hop who are saying that Tom MacDonald, what he said on his track, You Missed, is racist? Really? It's almost a bit like, say, for instance, Lord Jamar saying that Eminem is a guest in the house of hip hop. Stuff like that. So it is what it is, people. It is what it is. So I'd love to know which names have been calling out Tom MacDonald, and I want to know the reasons behind why they're calling him out. I don't think he is what they're saying he is, and I don't think the song is what they're saying it is, because I can't remember verbatim, word for word, what he said on the song, but it never struck me as, oh my goodness, because I think when I heard it, I was like nodding in agreement, thinking, you've got a point, son. You've got a point. Anyway, guys, it's the weekend, so it is what it is. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I'm just dumbfounded, people. And every single day, I'm getting more and more dumbfounded with what's going on in our world. Guys, don't let it trouble you, just let it wash over you, guys. It's the weekend, it's Tom's Day, so it's the weekend. Go out and have fun, enjoy yourselves, guys. Make certain you go out and have fun, and you look after yourselves, you look after each other. You go out, forget about all this brouhaha that's going on, and you come back after subscribing to my channel here, Urb'n Barz. People, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all of you guys who subscribed this week. It's been incredible. But guys, make sure, and more importantly, make sure that you come back to the next Urb'n Barz reaction, guys. I'm out.